Hi guys, my name is Matt Billard and welcome to my lightning talk, GitLab pages, using GitLab to build and host your code for free. This presentation I think has three intended audiences, and it'll be a huge help to you if you fall into any one of these. One, you work at a company with no CI/CD automation and you want it. Two, your company already has GitLab, but you wonder how on earth did they set that up? Or three, you want to host your HTML, CSS, and JavaScript files for free. I've fallen into all of those categories at some point or another. So it took me a week or two of evenings and free time to figure all this out. So I'm hoping this quick presentation will get you started and save you a ton of time. So let's ask the question, why GitLab? I think it'll become obvious if we compare the old way of doing things to the new way of doing things. So at one time I had a portfolio website, and anytime I wanted to make changes, I had to actually make the changes, then run the build and wait, zip the files up, wait, log into my hosting, navigate to cPanel, delete the old files, wait, upload the zip file, wait, unzip the files, wait, check that it all worked, and probably realize I made a typo and have to start all over again. So as you can see, it was a very manual, slow, and painful way of doing things. So naturally, I didn't update my site very often. But there's a new and better way. All you have to do is make the change, save, commit, and then git push. And a pipeline will automatically get kicked off to build, test, and deploy your code. And changes are deployed automatically. So having an automated approach like this is much, much faster, easier, and less error prone. So let's ask the question, what is GitLab? Probably many or most of you already are on GitHub and host quite a lot of code there for free. You can think of GitLab as GitHub, but with enterprise level CI/CD. It is true GitHub does have some CI/CD. They've historically integrated with Travis and Circle CI, and they've even offered their own actions, as they call it. But unlike GitHub, GitLab is always seen as part of their core identity, part of their main feature set. And so I think the community generally agrees that GitLab has a much stronger offering here. So what is CI/CD? CI/CD is continuous integration and continuous deployment. Continuous integration means that every time you make a change, your code is built and tested automatically. Continuous deployment is all that, plus your code is automatically deployed or manually deployed at just like the click of a button. So again, with those two ideas together, you get to build, test, and deploy your code automatically. Now this all revolves around the magic of pipelines. That's the steps to make this happen. You can see here a screenshot of pipeline. You can see 3 stages. These are the columns. And each of the stages is composed of one or more jobs, as they're called. Now, I just want to emphasize these can be as simple or as complex as you like. I'll be going through a pipeline a little later in this presentation and how to set it up. So let's do this together. Seriously though, this will save you at least a week of reading, learning, and experiments. And I think anytime you can just get immediately started with something and have something set up where you can just tweak it and change and experiment with it, it'll really accelerate your learning. So the first step is to go to gitlab.com and sign up. Did I mention it's free for individuals? After you sign up, you'll be prompted to set up some SSH keys so you can transfer files securely, or they have some other alternatives. Just follow the instructions. Next step is to fork the project that I have, and this will be everything you need to get started. Let's do it together. So here we have the project, and we're going to hit the fork button at the top right. I'm going to select our namespace. It's currently copying all the files. It's pretty fast. And it's done. Now we just need to clone it down to our machine. So I'm going to copy it with SSH. Switch to VS Code. And we're going to make a change. So instead of this default text here in our Create React app, we're going to say, hello demo. And we're going to save that. Going to make it commit. And now it's time to push it. And as promised, if we go to CI/CD pipelines, we'll see that it's kicked off a pipeline for us, our first pipeline. We can click through to it, and you'll see the different stages here with the different jobs. And if you click through to them, you can even see the steps that are running.
That was so fast.
Oh yeah, yep, it's kicked off automatically. And this process, though, it's going to take about 3 minutes to run. So rather than stare at it all together, let's go learn a little bit more. You might wonder, what controls these pipelines? At the root of the project, there's a file called gitlab ci.yaml. And you can see it's very short. Again, it can be simple or complex. This one's very simple. It's using a Node, it's using a Docker container with Node. As you saw from when we were looking at Chrome, it has 2 stages. I called it build, test, and deploy. But these names are kind of arbitrary. You can call them whatever you want. And it has 3 jobs. It has the build job. Again, you can see the stage build test with a few commands. The test job, again, under build test stage with a few commands. And we have the pages job. The pages job is a very special job that GitLab recognizes. At the end of it, whatever's left over in your public directory will be deployed to your website. And I have an optional rule here that it's only going to do it if your branch is master. That means if you're playing around on some branch and doing some work, it's not going to get deployed to your website, just the master branch. Again, you can clone my project and look at that in detail. Let's go check on those pipelines. And the pipelines are already done, which means we can go check on our website. We're going to go here. I got to move this out of the way. And we go to Settings, Pages. Right in the middle of the page, we have a link to our website. And you can see here, it says Hello Demo. It was literally that easy. All we had to do is clone it down, make a change, and git push, and GitLab took care of all the rest of it for us. So let's take it one step further. We're going to talk about what I call extra credit. You may have noticed that the website address for this was not very user-friendly. It was something like username.gitlab.io/project name. Not great. Fortunately, you can get your own website address. So go buy your own domain name, something like something.com. And then, again, go to that page we were just looking at, Settings, Pages. And instead of clicking on the link in the middle, we have the button at the top right, New Domain. Click on that, and it'll give you some instructions to connect your domain and also set up a free SSL certificate. So wrapping up, it took a lot of time to learn this stuff. I looked through easily 50 pages of documentation and websites and videos, but these I feel are some of the best ones. Using these ones, I think will really speed up your learning curve with this.